It's just religion. It's just religion.
Hello and welcome back to RS and 5 or Less, where we can see a new horizon underneath a blazing sky. Today we're going to be thinking about the Prophet Abraham, known in Islam as Ibrahim. Three of the major world religions, Christianity, Judaism and Islam, owe their origins to Abraham. For Muslims, he is one of the most significant prophets, having built the kaa'ba in Mecca and inspiring millions of people across thousands of generations with his faith and integrity. Muslims believe that Ibrahim lived some 4,000 years ago in Mesopotamia, what we would now call modern-day Iraq. As a young man, Ibrahim is said to have looked up to the stars and asked the question, who made all this? Who made the earth? Who made the sun? Who made the moon? Who made the countless thousands of stars in the sky? At the time, he was working for his father, who created idols. Now, an idol is a stone or metal representation of a local deity. These were mini-gods, which were prayed to and made sacrifices to. However, Ibrahim was not convinced that worshipping and sacrificing and praying to idols made any difference whatsoever, and so he declared belief in one God and sought to bring about an end of idol worship. As you might think, this did not go down well with his father, who sent him away. In his desire to see the end of idol worship, he soon came across his chance. There was a great festival next to a river. As everybody left the town, he destroyed every idol in the temple except for one. When the townspeople came back, they were very upset to find that all their idols had been destroyed, and they asked, "Who did this?" Ibrahim replied, "Ask the idol." The people objected to this, saying that idols could not speak, to which Ibrahim replied, "What's the point then? Why worship something that cannot speak?" The people were furious and demanded that Ibrahim be burned at the stake. While the fires were being lit, it is said that an angel appeared to Ibrahim and asked him what he wanted most in the whole world. Ibrahim replied, "Only to please Allah." As a result, Allah commanded the fire to not be hot, but be cool to Ibrahim's touch. His chains were burned, but Ibrahim walked out unharmed. People were amazed at this power and began to worship Allah as the one and only God. The fourth chapter of the Quran asks, "Who could be better in religion than those who direct themselves wholly to Allah, do good, and follow the religion of Ibrahim, who was true in faith? Allah took Ibrahim as a friend." People who are familiar with the story of Abraham will know that Ibrahim married Sarah, but Muslims believe that he later married Hagar because Sarah could not have children. Hagar gave him a son, Ishmael, whom he loved very much. It is said that one night Ibrahim had a dream that he was to sacrifice Ishmael. And when he told his son of this, they both agreed that this is what Allah had commanded them to do. Their willingness to do what was commanded of them, in the case of Ibrahim, sacrifice his son, and in the case of Ishmael, face his own death, demonstrated that they were willing to do what was necessary, and this was pleasing to Allah. And so a ram was sacrificed instead. The tale continues that later Allah gave Sarah a son, but Sarah and Hagar were jealous of each other, so Ibrahim sent Hagar and Ishmael away. Allah provided for them in the desert when they ran out of water at the well of Zamzam. Ibrahim rebuilt the kaa'ba. The kaa'ba is the holiest building in Islam. It is the place to which every Muslim prays when they do so 3 or 5 times a day, and the place to which every Muslim must journey at least once in their lives if they are able and have enough money to do so. The account of Ibrahim's willingness to sacrifice Ishmael for Allah is commemorated by Muslims around the world today. This is the festival of eid-ul-adha, where Muslims remember Ibrahim's willingness to do whatever it took to please Allah. Ibrahim is also important to Muslims today in that he is remembered on the Hajj. Several parts of this pilgrimage to Mecca take their inspiration from accounts of Ibrahim's life. For an extension, further research the festivals of Eid-ul-Adha, as well as Hajj. Which part of these events link with the life and faith of Ibrahim? Some questions to consider. Do you believe that Ibrahim is viewed as more important in Islam than Abraham is in Judaism or Christianity? What would be an idol in today's world that people would be unwilling to part with? Just like Ibrahim was willing to sacrifice Ishmael, should Muslims be willing to give up everything to follow Allah? And what does it mean to be a friend of God for believers today?
Come and set me free.